My name is Chris, and welcome to the Camper Dan Files. Welcome to date night in my R50 Pathfinder. So, me and my wife, we've been kind of cooped up in the house for the last few days. Haven't really been able to get out and do much. Been so busy and taken up with work. We're gonna have a date night the only way that we know how to have a date night. So stick around. This is a selection that we have here. Not sure what I'm gonna get. Probably get some Voodoo Ranger or something. Although I think all I need is just one. Maybe I'll just get one. Just getting a little bit of fuel here. There goes our sunset. But that's alright, we're still gonna have a good time. Off we go. That's right, guys. Pack it in, pack it out. Yeah, this road is a lot bumpier than I remember. We have been getting some rain lately too, so whenever it rains in Vegas, it's highly likely to rain over here at this geographic location. So when that happens, things wash away and you get this. There are a lot of locals that bring their cars down here without incident, but you definitely want to take your time. Woo! And pick your line wisely. So you just went over a bump, I didn't even see it, and it jostled the whole rig. Definitely want to be going 10 miles an hour, no faster than that. Want to take your time on this. Yeah, guys, this is the first time in a few weeks that we've had Camper Dan on an actual dirt road or trail like this one. And this one's rough. Labor Day weekend, right after I did my lift, right after it was completed, we went up to northern Nevada, right along the Utah border. And we ran a lot of dirt road, like probably at least 40 miles worth. The suspension rode great. It still performs well here, but you know, it definitely makes the R50 ride a little bit more like a 4x4. And I'm okay with that. Just gotta take our time here. Alright guys, so we just made it to the head of our 4x4 trail here. So we're gonna go ahead and go around and lock our manual hubs. Van life are just going by there. So we went ahead and got our hubs locked. We have our LED light pods on. And there was a viewer and subscriber that wanted to see how the light pattern looks without the headlamps on. Again, nothing crazy. I think with a little bit better adjustment, we could probably get it to cast just a little bit more light. But for what it is and what it costs, I'm happy with it. Now, initially I did have these lights pointed more front on my R50, but tonight we're gonna run them so we can see off the side of the trail, essentially, to make sure that we're staying within bounds here. But I think it looks really good. Yeah, I think it looks really, really good. Here we go. Just taking our time in full low here. Oh, this rut got bigger since the last time we were here. Go on, Camper Dan. We're just gonna snail up here. Some people have definitely been in here since the last time. It looks like, especially while it was raining and stuff, or maybe right afterwards. Ooh, we're dog walking. I can feel it back there. I absolutely love this trail. And again, I have these things pointed off to each corner of my hood there. And hopefully when we get a light bar, because that's what I plan on doing, mounting a light bar on the top of the rig. And then that will give us the radius that we need to cast light out in front of us. And this is what the amber lights look like. Turn my headlights off. That's gonna be our amber lights. We can see treads left behind by the previous individual that was camping here. And we can even make out my Falcon Wild Peaks here too. So they work. I love them. But I think the light bar is gonna do a lot better.
Stars in the sky, but for the most part it's just pitch black out here.
And there goes our fire. Got the fire going. It's going quite nicely. Currently warming up. There's our potato friend here. Boom, right in the fire. does feel really good to be out again finally and being able to indulge in a real wood campfire. We haven't had the opportunity to do this for almost 6 months now, and I'm excited for the season. We're just south of the border here in Arizona, in a place called Kingman Wash. We've been here quite a few times in the past, and it's just a nice place to wild camp. You can pretty much do whatever you want here, and then the plus is that there's free access to Lake Mead on this side. Good luck achieving that on the Nevada side of the lake. I just figured tonight would be a nice night to come out, finally have a wood fire. The fire restriction has actually been lifted as of October 31st. It gets darker a lot faster. It's been dark since about 5:15. We left the house at about 4:30. It got dark pretty much instantly.
And it's really dark. There's no moon.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a moon, but if not, it'll be dark. We've had moonlit camp stays here in the past. And
really moonlit.
I mean, it was so bright, you didn't even need a lantern or anything. You could literally see everything in the dark. So, don't know if tonight's going to be one of those nights, but we'll have to keep watching, see. We're sitting here and enjoying each other's company, talking amongst ourselves. Just going over future plans and things that we'd like to do now that it's finally cold again. And it's just nice to just be. And yeah, tons of privacy here. We're well off of the main roadway that leads in here. In fact, we're on a 4x4 trail. A trail that you guys have actually seen me run before. So yeah, if there's anyone coming in here right now, they would have a hard time seeing, and not only that, you definitely have to have 4-wheel drive to come in here. There's no getting around it. So that's why we're here. And we just wanted to be a bit more secluded. Right now, there is camping available down at the lake. I've seen quite a few people head down that way. We've camped down there before, once or twice in the past, but we're not really interested in doing that right now because it's too cold to be doing that. When it's wintertime and this cold is setting in, the last thing you want to do is be sleeping right next to a body of water. Maybe once in a blue moon, but just to do it, no. You really have to plan for that and really be prepared to deal with that. We do have some plans to try and work my wife's camping trailer back into rotation. We had to pause things a little bit. I think the last time that you guys have seen the trailer out was probably in the beginning of May. I want to say May 3rd or somewhere around there. I can't remember the dates. I have to go back and check the archives. But we did finally pull her out of storage 2 weeks ago, was it? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And we had a blast. Camperdan's able to tow her once again. Obviously, we couldn't do that with our clutch slipping. And at the time when all of this was going on, I kind of had an inkling that my clutch was failing or beginning to fail, because we'd be riding and we would just smell clutch, like the scent of burning clutch. And at the time, it didn't register with me. I thought it was something else, like related to my engine. I'm poking around under there in the engine bay, praying that it's nothing going on with the engine. Thank God it wasn't. And nothing internally going on with the transmission. It was just that the clutch was finished. It was done. They had given up the ghost. And in fact, the last time that we had the truck out on the road, prior to getting the clutch replaced, it was really apparent then, because we had to travel at highway speeds and I couldn't hardly get there, let alone maintain it. That's how bad it was slipping. So we were able to get that replaced. It wasn't cheap, not complaining, but for what it is, I'm glad that I paid someone to do it, because it's a lot involved in that. And if you're a first timer, you don't want to have a learning moment with that. That's just not something you want to do. You know, you have to pick your battles. I do most of the work on my truck. So something like this, where it was big and outside of my particular skill set, and I was seriously out-tooled. I mean, that's really and truly what it was. I was out-tooled and outmanned. Because I would strongly suggest having multiple people to help you with this particular bit of work, especially doing it on the ground. There's no way, you know, you're going to be able to do this all by yourself on the ground. If you're in a shop with a lift and all the tools at hand, yeah. And even then, you'll probably still need help. But the clutch kit, like I mentioned, it was $152 shipped. And then the actual labor cost of the replacement job was $850 all up. And that was because I provided the parts. If I didn't provide the parts, it was going to cost me around $1150. I called 2 shops. Royalty Auto Services was the first shop that I called. I called the secondary shop, and they didn't even seem like they wanted the job. The service writer couldn't give me a price. She had to have one of the mechanics call me back, and he was quoting me for labor at around $1,000, and he hadn't even looked up to see what the clutch would cost if I was gonna, you know, have them provide the part. So I'm glad I got it done. So all up, it was $1,002 is what I paid between the replacement clutch kit and the labor. So here in this bag is a bowl with some chicken that my wife has been marinating for us since earlier this afternoon. Open this guy up. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yes. So here's our potatoes, guys. They are actually done. Kind of crispy, but I'm glad I pulled them when I did. Perfect. Yum. Check out our chicken. I think we're gonna go ahead and pull these guys too. I just want to check them to make sure that they're cooked through, but that should be done.
Ooh, look at that.
Yum. Absolutely delicious. I can't wait to eat it. So here's my plate. Sorry, unfortunately, you guys don't get to see me devour this thing, but believe you me, it's going to be delicious. The only thing missing is some salad dressing. But I'll be back after I enjoy this delicious morsel. So we're just hanging out in the truck talking amongst ourselves and having some snacks. I'm going to get into a Dorito. My wife is over here eating pistachios. And I might even have a sip of this Quavo. And no, we're not drinking and driving, guys. We're stationary. And we probably won't even drink a third of this, because we still have to drive home. Dinner was absolutely delicious, guys. It's about 8:30. Me and the missus were just sitting down and conversing amongst ourselves, enjoying the scenery here. Here's Camper Dan. And off in the distance here are some stars and some possible planes on final approach too. We decided to go ahead and call it a night. Our fire is dead out. Since we're done four-wheeling and dealing, we're gonna go ahead and unlock our hubs here. Very pleased with the performance of these mile markers. Yeah, so this is what it looks like from the driver's seat without the LED light pods illuminated. And we still have yet to adjust the aim of our headlights post lift. We haven't done anything. I can see where it definitely needs to be pointed upwards, but for me, as of right now, it's not too bad on this particular roadway. I have noticed it more in certain blacktop scenarios. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for today's video. Once again, my name is Chris, and thanks again for stopping by the Camper Dan Files. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like. And while you're at it, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep using your Pathfinder as a Pathfinder, on or off the pavement.